Welcome back, Thunderleaf friends. Glad you could join me this Thursday for another episode of Donnie Does It. I know it's been a couple weeks. I hope everybody had a good New Year, good holidays, whatever those may be. And yeah, we're just happy to be here and back and painting some painting some models. Apparently, we're playing Dark Souls. Great.
Dark Souls, yeah, it's been dark. It's been a couple of rough weeks, but last night we had a pretty good string of victories, so I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah. So that does bring up a great point. Rave reviews Sundays and Wednesdays, but I was actually talking about Sunshine is letting us know that our thumbnail is for rave review still.
Fantastic. That's
we were just talking about how we are the most professional streamers on the internet.
Most professional.
Just
nobody does it as clean as us. I will get a new thumbnail up in just a moment. Thank you for letting us know, Sunshine.
But yeah, we're back and we're just glad to be here. Should be a couple weeks in a row here, and then we've been talking about some maybe Amy or Greg Does It episode, so we're gonna do something that direction while life ties me up for a couple weeks. And yeah, it's just really good to be back on stream. I'm excited to start a new model here today. So we finished up the Seahorsicorn. One day I'll remember what it's actually called. Last time we streamed just before Christmas. We've done a lot of painting since then. I had some Warhammer models that had to be finished, and that ate up a lot of my break. And then, yeah, picked this one up off the pile of shame this afternoon. So, got I think he's an ice giant from Dungeons and Dragons. Pretty sure that's why I have him. He's all slap chopped up already, so we've got our white highlights and black areas on the model. I prefer to call it Zenithal, it's if we want to get fancy, that's what he is. He's not just slap chopped, but we're gonna do some
the difference between a slap chop and a Zenithal.
I think slap chop really isn't that you start with a Zenithal, which is a dark, and then you do a light source, so white from the top usually. Whereas slap chop is the whole process. Okay. Start with the highlight and then do speed paints to finish. It's like a quick method.
That makes sense.
All right, so who's out there with us today? We got Sunshine in chat. Glad to see you, buddy. Everybody that's been joining us on Twitch, we very much appreciate it. Yeah, looks like we're about to get an ad on Twitch, so I apologize. When you come back, hopefully we'll have something painting here for you. I'm thinking we're going blue skinned on the ice giant. Just kind of feels right.
Yeah, blue skin definitely seems like the right call for this guy. How's it going, Ray? Thank you for joining us tonight, as always.
What's up, Ray? Despite Ray's encouragement, Donnie is not waxing his chest on Donnie Does It.
Not yet. We got to see what happens when I get to 400 deaths on Rave Reviews.
So Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. I'll be out there next week. Get the waxer ready. As always, let us know how the music and volume levels are if you can't hear them. We want to make sure everyone's enjoying these groovy tunes from Creator Mix. Tonight we're using the Moody Blues playlist from them. If you're a creative, or if you do any kind of content creation, or if you're just looking for some chill, mellow vibes, check out Creator Mix. They're on YouTube and on Spotify, and they are providing our music for us tonight.
Very nice call out. Well, everybody, if you are here first time or coming back and haven't done it yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button for us. We do go a bit nuts every time we see it go up.
Ray, that is a fantastic point. That is an amazing paint carrier. Where'd you get that paint carrier, Dondo?
That is from Sunshine Forge. What's up, Sunshine?
He is an amazing 3D print shop, and he is well worth checking out if you need any 3D printing. Hey, Jenny, how's it going, friendo?
Certain colors just go on so much better than other ones. This is one of those good ones.
Nice. I found the same is true of tattoos. Every tattoo artist I've ever had, when I was doing green, they complained about green not sticking.
Yeah. That checks out.
And like, my green tattoos have faded the most. So they're right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good call.
There's a red that goes on so well. Like, ever use it, I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, you get that one color that just works well for your models and your style and your primer, and it's stock up on it. What's everybody else crafting tonight or these days? I just finished another leather project the other day, and this one didn't take me like 6 months.
Hey, you were like 1 day and done.
Yeah, that was my goal. Was I wanted to get it done in 1 day. It ended up being 2 because I had to go get some finishing oil. But yeah, I did most of the work in 1 day and then just had to put the finish on the second. So much better turnaround than my slippers.
To be fair, you didn't have to start over, had it?
That's true too. That is true too. I still have 1.5 slippers that are not finished.
I don't remember what happened. Did you like have a slightly off cut or something?
I changed materials and wanted to make a nicer one. Yeah. Oh, that was the last project I was going to do. It was another knife sheath, but yeah, I wasn't paying attention when I picked the piece of leather that I cut out for it, and it had a big flaw right in the middle. That's happened to me on a couple of projects, actually. So, if you're out there doing leather work, make sure you look at both sides of the hide before you mark and cut it.
I assume you mark it from the bottom, like the non-facing side, before you cut, right?
It depends. I normally leave a pretty big berth around it, so I'll finish cut. But it depends on what I'm using to mark it and the piece of leather. But the top side takes the pencil a little better, but I do prefer to mark it on the suede side just because that's the side that's inside most of the time. I got a bunch of tooling and stamping equipment for Christmas, and I am very excited to get into that. I did a little bit of work with that the other day, just trying out the new tools, and it's a lot of fun.
So that like puts designs into the leather.
Yeah, you know, like that Western style of stuff where you've got like the flowers and then the basket weave stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, that's stamping and tooling.
Okay.
And you can freehand it, or you can use the stamps. And
can you use like a wood burner on it to do stuff, or?
Yeah, you can definitely use a wood burner on leather. I've done that many times. It stinks. Like you don't want to do it anywhere that's not well ventilated. It smells like burning flesh. That's exactly what it is.
Delightful. You just need to burn it a little more.
Yeah. I get a little barbecue sauce, call it lunch.
That's right.
Yeah, it depends on what effect you want. If you want something that isn't kind of stamped and repeatable, then you're going to be carving and tooling it. Otherwise, you can use your shape stamps, or you can do the leather burning as well. And they'll all give you a different effect on the leather.
Now I move my camera, and I stretch my arms out. That makes sense.
That's how it goes sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, always gotta. We like to make a different setup every time we do this. So.
Yeah. Why would we standardize anything or make it repeatable? It wouldn't be TLG if everything went smooth right off the bat. Not what people are here for, Donnie.
Well, I got a new tripod, so hopefully things are just a little bit more steady today.
Actually, yeah, they are substantially steadier than in previous streams. So that tripod was a good pickup, man.
Yeah. So the one have been using is my ring light, and it's desk mounted on springs. So like every little movement gets amplified so much.
Great for sound, horrible for video.
Yep.
Yeah, while Donnie is out, what would you guys like to see us crafting? We could do, I could jump in with some of my leather stuff. Maybe try that out on stream, see if that works for y'all. Or we could do something like Amy does it again, where we make one of our other team members play a game they've never played before. Just let us know. We like to have fun here.
Let's do something like even something different, some little peak or something. Like,
yeah, that'd be fun. Little group gaming. That's always a good time.
Yeah, I watched our Jackbox from Monday. Very enjoyable little interlude.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that. That was you could tell it was our first time playing some of those games. Well, there we go. Greg does leatherwork. Amy does needlepoint. Perfect. I feel like we can compete somehow, like dueling banjos, but craft.
Competitive crochet.
That's where I got the idea, was from our Humblewood game. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. That's our D&D campaign. And man, is that fun. It is, it's not like any of the other Humblewood you're going to find out there.
You can watch our players traumatize another one.
There's a lot of trauma in our Humblewood game. I'm loving that campaign, dude. That's such a cool setting and story you've built for us with that.
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of that wonderful contrast of like serious themes with cartoonish characters.
I think that's one of the best ways to get people like really into digesting serious themes, is give them cute characters to do it with.
Right?
Oh, Ember. We're not talking about Ember. Right. We're talking about everybody that's following Ember. They are all horrifically traumatized. Ember is perfectly well adjusted with her bone necklace. So is this going to be for your, is this a TTRPG model or is this guy a Warhammer model?
So this is a Wizards of the Coast D&D model.
Okay.
So I picked this up when I was running Icewind Dale. And it just, white, black and white. It's a nice guy. He's white. Like, called it good enough. But
sometimes that's all it takes.
Like, this is going to be on the table for like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Now, I might be a little unpopular in this opinion here, but Icewind Dale is one of my least favorite D&D settings.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like ice levels in any games. Like, where I walk away from most games, if they have an ice level, that's where I walk away from them.
Fair enough.
Like, even the Indiana Jones game that came out recently, that had an ice level, and I got 5 minutes into that, and I said, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, our group definitely figured out ways to, like, negate the whole challenge and, like, terribleness of the ice wasteland. And so then it was just basically running D&D. Like,
yeah, and I get very bored of those winter scapes because I've seen a lot of stories in them, and I like more colorful settings. Like, both realistically colorful and in more vivid populations and more diversity in wildlife and stuff.
For sure.
Like, because if you think about it in terms of how populated it is, it's a desert.
Yeah. No, it really, that's the whole way that campaign is set up, too, is to be very, like, you're always isolated and things like that. Like, but yeah, it was a fun campaign. We got to, I think one of the best parts was the group having to fight this, like, dragon, and I changed up the mechanics for combat to run on a, like, 100-foot 1 minute scale.
Okay.
Instead of, like, 5 feet 6 seconds. And so, like, the party was, like, running around the town, like, trying to stop the dragon, save people all at once.
Oh, cool.
And it just worked really well. Like,
yeah, well, you are one of the best Dungeons and Dragons DMs I've had the pleasure of playing with. Like, you have a really good understanding of the game, and you're really good at playing with the mechanics to a very good effect for player engagement and playstyle diversity. And I really respect that about you as a GM, and I love playing at your games because of it.
well, thank you.
Thank you. But yeah, I love playing at a well-run D&D table, and I can run a fine D&D game. I'm a perfectly competent DM.
Oh, I've played in yours, like, yeah.
but like, you're way better at it than me, and I love a much lighter, more narrative-focused game, like a Monster of the Week or I don't want to call Cthulhu a lighter game, but it's more narrative-focused.
Yeah.
I do want to try my hand at running that. I think I would have a fantastic time running that.
I've had a great time every time we play Cthulhu. Like,
yeah, no, Mike runs a really clean Cthulhu game. I really like the way he runs it, and we've got a friend who's talking about running a very cool campaign that I'm excited about too.
I really want to get into that.
Yeah, like I'm very excited for that campaign. I gotta narrow down my character choices. That's one of my favorite parts of being a player, is coming up with a character for a game. Like that collaborative moment where you and your GM are kind of setting seeds and doing backstory stuff and figuring out how your character slots into the world. It's one of the most fun moments for me of the beginning of a campaign.
Yeah, that.
If you've watched any of our stuff, you know that I love leaning hard into character.
And if you're curious about that, if you go back and watch our Humblewood episode 1,
Or our
see how we kind of do that.
this Cyberpunk Chapter 1. That's
Oh, I meant the literally the first episode.
Oh, that's right. We did do
stream.
that on air. That's right.
Yeah.
Mike's saying that could be considered on the lighter side of rules. There's not a ton of rules outside the stupid chase mechanics. He thinks anyone understands.
You gotta. What Mike doesn't understand is we don't know the rules. I guess for you wanting to run it, you do. But from us, it looks at the character sheet and we see a ton of skills and we're like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say. Making a Cthulhu character is as fun as it is to come up with a flawed and normal person to play in the game. Statting that out takes hours, even if you're using resources like Dole's House. Like,
yeah, I think I did invest like an hour of my life.
Yeah, like
last time for a one shot, pretty much.
Yeah, like I love Dole's House is a tool I use when I'm making Cthulhu characters. Not a sponsor at all, but it's a very useful tool if you're making Cthulhu characters. And even with that, it's still like 45 minutes to spend all 786 of your points. But you're also going to get a truly unique and one-of-a-kind character from that process. I got a question for you, Donnie.
What's that?
Do you prefer to pick your stats, use standard array, or roll them?
I have always been a standard array or point buy. Just because it keeps it very fair. I think it would be really fun to do a campaign rolled. But I almost feel like everybody's gotta like really lean into it. And I almost feel like you gotta roll it before you get to pick your character. But
no, I agree. I agree with you there. I think everyone's got to be on board with it and roll your stats, then make your character from the stats.
Yeah, because nothing worse than being like, I'm going to play a barbarian and I have 23 charisma and no strength.
Yeah,
like...
yeah. I, as a player and as a storyteller, I really enjoy the challenge of making the character fit the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
that's...
Our blueberry is much bluer.
He is much, much bluer. Yeah, I do enjoy the challenge of making a character fit something I didn't pick. That's enjoyable to me as a storyteller and a role player.
Yeah, and that's fair too. There, Mike. Roll all your stats you want and still get a no stat character.
Yeah, that's the big risk with rolling them is you could end up with somebody who's got no skills. But for me, like I enjoy that. That's a story into itself. Like, why is this person with no skills, who is completely unfit for this adventure, why are they here?
Yeah. Looking at Cleared.
Oh, Cleared. I feel so bad for Clear.
Amy's twisting our hearts a little bit.
She is. She's very good at that. That's something I love about all of our games is everyone we play with is such a skilled role player and everybody leans into the role play and it's fantastic.
Agreed. All right. We got a nice first layer of blue on our blueberry.
I want some. Love good blueberry. What's your favorite fruit?
I am probably by quantity eaten grapes for sure.
Okay.
But probably like
Probably
just
what?
straight like once in a while, like a good orange is like really good.
Good orange is always good. By quantity, it's apples or bananas, because those have always been my breakfast fruits, because they're portable.
Sure.
And like working in the park, there's something so satisfying about sitting up on top of a big hill with an apple and a knife, just carving your apple, watching birds. Like, yeah, that's a vibe. But bananas, I really like because they taste good and they've got potassium, which I need.
I think it's largely optional.
Not for me. If I don't have it, I end up in a bad way. But at least I know that, and I'm not just running around. Why the hell am I cramping? I've been doing meal prep lately, and man, that is such a game changer for not only like that horrible question of what do you want to eat tonight, but also like being able to eat healthier without much thought.
Yeah. I did that last you posted something about meal prepping. I went and made like a bunch of chicken burritos.
Ooh.
And then just had like chicken burritos in the freezer. So like anytime I wanted one, I had a like good chicken burrito.
Yeah.
Like
Isn't it so nice? And like you're in control of it. You put only what you want in there, so it's exactly the burrito you want it to be. And yeah, like it's one shitty day of work a week, and it is most of a day of work if you do the dishes the same day. But it's worth it in my book because you get food for days. I actually have to go shopping tomorrow for meal prep. I think I'm gonna do a chicken soup this week. It's finally in the second week of January, getting cold here. Like Lily's second snow was this morning. First one she went out in. And yeah.
How was that for?
She was very anxious to get outside, and then she was very anxious to get inside.
How's she doing on the harness?
She's getting better every day. She's walking a little bit farther on the harness each time, so it's coming along.
Now, do you walk them both at the same time?
Oh God,
or one at a time?
no. That would be too much, because Teddy knows his way around the complex, and he likes to go down to the creek or across the parking lot to the trees and stuff, and Lily hasn't ventured past the front sidewalk yet.
Thank you.
But yeah, she was not outside very long this morning. Teddy at least went and got his grass, and then he said, fuck this, and went back inside. But it's funny, I was telling our Discord chat, I ran into a neighbor the other day. I thought it was going to be a big scary thing, because I was out there walking the cat, and I hear this big guy yelling at me, hey! And I turn around, and I see this big dude walking over towards me, big beard and everything. And he's like, that's fucking awesome! I thought I was the only one who walked my cat! And we ended up having a conversation about it. Like, his family thinks it's ridiculous he walks his cat. And he's like, can I get a picture? I'm like, absolutely, man. Make him eat a little crow. So it's kind of funny. There's multiple cat walkers in my complex, and I've never seen another one before. It's like I was telling him, man, they're little creatures, they're little animals. They need that enrichment, that stimulation. Like, I've been trapped in this 700 square feet for a few days at a time, and yeah, you go stir crazy.
I've taken my cat out a couple of times, and he is never a fan. But he was also a barn cat, so he got his share of the outdoor life.
Oh yeah, well that's a completely different thing. When you take a barn cat inside, that's like, all right, bud, you did your tour. Come rest.
Yeah.
I'd love to have barn cats, but I also know, like, hey, I'd love to have a barn. But I also know that my heart is just entirely too soft for use animals. Like, for farm animals. And
Sure.
or at least for farm cats. Like, I'm fine with like, I've been around processing chickens and goats and stuff like that, and I've been around cattle plenty. I've herded cattle at one point. But like the small ones, like working cats and dogs, that's where I would get I'd have a hard time.
That's fair.
Like working animals, like livestock, yeah, okay, you got to do what you got to do. If it's time, it's time. But animals that are pets are hard. Surprised we never had any cats in any of my park facilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd
I'm
think,
thinking about getting
especially
one
at
from
like
my bookstore.
what's that?
I'm thinking about getting one for my bookstore.
Yeah, I wish we could have got one for one of my sheds at Sapwe, because I was worried about hantavirus. There's so much ratchet in there.
Yeah.
That one's scary. If you don't know about that, learn about it. Especially if you've got any kind of enclosed spaces where rodents gather. Because that's a terminal one. I think the thing I came out of working in parks most afraid of, though, given all of the weird random dangers and stuff I faced, like, I gotta say, I think the worst was Lyme disease.
That's fair.
Because if you get long Lyme, or if you don't catch it within that first month, there's a good chance the rest of your life is going to be pain.
Or can't eat red meat. Like, that's such a weird one.
That's another one, yeah. It depends on where you are, because there are some ticks that will make you allergic to meat, and others will give you Lyme disease, and ticks are scary little fuckers.
Yeah. So my dog had, all we can figure out was it was Lyme, tick-related thing. Like, all of a sudden out the door, he's just like, the back legs don't work.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's one of the things Lyme can do, is just, yeah, some of your nerves don't work anymore, the rest are gonna hurt, and congratulations, you get autoimmune difficulties too.
Yeah.
We had a guy who, he is the guy I inherited my fear of Lyme from. He made all new employees watch a documentary on the effects of long Lyme. And
it makes sense if you're working in parks, like...
Oh, yeah. Like, as terrifying as it was, Lyme was present in the regions I worked. It was absolutely need to know, and it was as serious as that.
I was really surprised all the time on the farm, like, never had a tick.
Now,
like,
this is crazy. I worked in parks for 15 years. Colorado and California.
Never?
Not once have I had a tick.
So crazy.
I've seen
I have seen one, yeah.
I've seen plenty. Like, I've seen my pants covered in them. And then I do a, as thorough as you can tick check. When I had somebody to check, I had her check too, and never once have I had a tick. Watch, I'm gonna get one walking Teddy tomorrow.
Probably, yeah. We probably shouldn't have opened our mouths.
Yep. We just doomed ourselves, Donnie. Well, just look out for the bullseye. If you don't get the bullseye, you should still go to the doctor. But if you get the bullseye, that's lime. This is exactly what you guys expected coming for a model painting show. It talks about Lyme disease and tick-borne illnesses. But one thing you'll know about us if you watch any of our content is we do love our random facts. Especially the fact that over 95% of battlefield amputations in the Civil War used some form of anesthesia. I love museums. I can always go to a museum.
I do like museums as well.
That's one of my favorite things to do, and one of the things I'm really looking forward to when I'm out that way, because you guys are fucking lousy with them on the East Coast.
Yeah. Like, we didn't even hit up the Smithsonian.
No, we hit up Harper's Ferry, and that was super cool. But yeah, I really want to go spend a couple of days at the Smithsonian. Even as it is now, like as it was when we were growing up, holy crap. Like, I would love to spend a week in that DC area just doing museums.
You could.
Yeah. Yeah. One museum I will always kick myself for not going to. I was down in Texas with my dad, and we were at the Grassy Knoll at the Federal Book Depository, where JFK got. And they had a conspiracy museum there. And I really wanted to go, but my dad's like, no, that's a bunch of wackadoo shit. And I mean, obviously it was, but it would have been fun to see. Like, I am not a conspiracy theorist by any stretch of the imagination, but I find conspiracy theories and conspiracy theorists fascinating. If that makes any sense.
It does. Because it's like hyper-intelligent mental disorder. Like,
yeah,
there's going to be interesting results.
Exactly. It's like they make such compelling arguments for something that is so obviously not the case.
Yeah. Like I always say, why do we have to look for such a convoluted answer? Like, it makes so much more sense to be so much straightforwarder.
I mean, there is one answer that will always answer pretty much every fucking question in human nature, and that's, where's the money going?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how long back in history you go, who you're looking at, where in the world, who's profiting? There's your answer.
Nailed it.
I had a very funny conspiracy theory that I made when I was a kid. And it was entirely a joke based on, the sort of patterns you see if you start looking for those things. But
I know where this is going.
Purina? Yep. Yeah. So for the longest time, I had this running joke that Purina actually ran the world. Because anywhere you look, you can find that checkerboard pattern.
Dude, I still think about that every single time I see that checkerboard pattern.
That's amazing. The fact that you think about that like 15 years later is so awesome.
I hate to break it to you, buddy. It's way more than 15.
Oh, God. Oh, it is, isn't it, dude? You just broke my heart. I'm an old man. My doctor
I was telling my
at me.
employees today about microfiche.
What's that?
You know what microfiche,
Oh,
like
yeah,
from the
like
library
for when you
is?
go in the library before they had the computers. You had to and the big loud machines.
I was trying to explain that to my employees today, my like Gen Z employees.
Oh, God.
It was hilarious. They were like looking at me like I was already dead, gone to bones. Like,
Oh, wow.
I was rolling. I thought it was hilarious.
Like cassette tapes, too, and like actual 5-inch floppy disks.
Yep.
Like, I remember playing Oregon Trail on a 5-inch floppy in the elementary school computer lab.
Yep. Foundational nerd moments there.
Right? Mike is saying he's disappointed he never got to play with the microfiche in college, and that's fair. I can't remember if I ever actually used it or if I've just seen it used.
I definitely had used it, but not much, and definitely not collegiately. I'm not that old.
Adventures of
Hi, Adventures of
saying,
Dojo. How you doing?
Donnie! What's up, Adventures? How you doing, Fred? Thanks for joining us tonight, as always. But yeah, microfiche is it's cool. Like, it's one of the... I think I used a little bit of it in high school. I think we had a little bit of it in my high school library.
Yeah, like that's kind of where I think I used it is about that age. Going the wrong way with them all.
What's up, Broken? I'm guessing you are waiting on wings. I know you've been on a wing kick lately.
Oh, that like much better.
Oh, wow. That's looking awesome already, dude.
What's up, Broken? Glad you could join us.
If not wings, then probably pizza with the call out to me. I've actually I used to eat pizza like every week, and it's been... Oh, you are a lucky man. I love it. And now, is it a chain or are you going local? Because I do prefer I like the consistency of chains, but local tends to have a higher quality peak. Best way to do it's make your own, though, if you've got the time and space. Ooh, nice. Can't go wrong with the Hut, man. The Hut is so reliable for pizza. Mike's, I know. I don't know what happened to the old Greg, but he is trying to be healthy now, Mike.
I blame Ray.
What's that?
I said I blame Ray.
I blame Ray too. It's easy to blame Ray. I worked in a couple of different Pizza Huts, and other than one really bad manager, I kind of liked working for Pizza Hut. Delivery's a fun job if you got a car that doesn't guzzle.
Agreed.
Like,
and it makes good money.
Yeah,
like
good money. You get a lot of variety. No two nights are the same. You get to meet people. You get to listen to whatever you want, and most of your nights alone. Like, I like delivering pizza, but my car right now is very thirsty.
You would be paying to work at the place.
Yeah, yeah. I've worked, this will shock absolutely nobody. I have worked at a bunch of different pizza places, and there was actually one point in college when I lived with you, Donnie, where I was working at 2 different pizza places at the same time.
I remember that.
Yeah, I basically ate nothing but pizza all through college, because it was free. Because I was working for a pizza shop on campus in the basement of the student center. And then I was also working at a local deep dish pizza shop. And yeah, I had so much free pizza. That was a fun period, though. That was the only 2 pizza shops I worked in that I didn't deliver in, actually.
I don't think I ever worked in one where I didn't deliver.
I was a busboy for the deep dish place. That didn't last very long. And then the other place didn't deliver. It was like a Villa Pizza, like a mall pizza type place.
Wasn't that in the student center?
Yeah, it was in the basement of the student center across from the Ramskeller. The on-campus
I
bar that we
couldn't have
had.
a million years come up with the Ramskeller. I think I only went in there like twice.
I worked across it, and I used to trade pizza for clam chowder bowls. Because they did these really good bread bowls with clam chowder. And so we would trade pizzas for chowder bowls over there all the time. Broken, I cannot wait to see the Dark Souls and Elden Ring board game minis all painted up, man. You're going to have to post those in the Discord when you get them.
For sure. I was thinking we probably need to break the Discord up into some more channels. Put like a game chat channel.
I was thinking it would be good
channel.
to have like a spoilers channel for pop culture things, because I know some of us have finished like Stranger Things and some of us haven't. And a lot of us are reading Dungeon Crawler and stuff like that. So I think it'd be fun to have
You started Dungeon Crawler, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It's
How is that going?
I'm liking it. I'm doing the audiobook version, and
Only way to do it. Only way to do it.
It took me a minute to get over the guy not being Patrick Warburton, but sounding like Patrick Warburton.
So I don't know if I want to tell. It's not a spoiler. They get Patrick Warburton later, not to do his voice, but somebody else's.
What was that?
They get Patrick Warburton to do voice for some of the later books, but not for Carl.
Oh, that's amazing. Hey, Broken. No, it's we'll make an E33 channel because all of us are into that game. Like everybody on team is either into it or plays it or at least respects the fact that you're doing fucking billions, bro. With a B. That's insane.
You got me into it, like.
Yeah, like I haven't had a chance to play in a couple of days, and I need to get back into it. I've been doing a lot of writing lately. I'm working on a bunch of writing projects. That's been fun, but yeah, I need to take a break and throw myself at a video game for a day or two here.
Little recharge, huh?
Exactly, yeah. You'd think running a gaming channel I'd game more, but no. The running part takes a lot more than I thought it would. But honestly, I'm having so much fun with all of this.
And that is why we do it.
Oh, but, absolutely. Yeah.
It's a good chance to give the shout out. If you haven't yet, throw us a follow, a like, share. We definitely appreciate all that.
If you're feeling absolutely crazy and want to hang out with us in our Discord, like Broken, join our Patreon, where you can get access to our Discord and a couple of other cool features that are really going to be useful to us as we start Cyberpunk Chapter 2. Because, you can help us directly that way, or help our characters more accurately. So I'm not sure how we'll be getting those eddies with where we're starting.
They're held in reserve. They're tradable credits instead.
That's fair.
Extra smokes.
That's a good point, Broken. We'll make a JRPG channel so we can talk about whatever RPG we are all nerding out on at the time, because yeah, I'm sure you will eventually crack 1 trillion and have done everything there is to do in E33. But yeah, we'll get some channels figured out and work on that, because yeah, the Discord's always growing and always active. I think I was at the gym the other day and came back to like 87 messages or something.
I've definitely done that.
Yeah, it's a good time. We have fun. It's the whole point, right? Like, gotta have fun.
Well, part of this day and age is just finding a community, for God's sakes. Like,
that's honestly been the most rewarding part of this whole journey, is finding a community of like-minded people and being able to bring folks together. You'll get that by week's end if you decide to. I have no doubt, bud. Those last 2 achievements from Minoko, And his feet. Yeah, that would be a great place for talking about. We should actually just do a Souls lore channel too, because Souls are going to continue to be a big part of the channel for a while. So I think a Souls lore would be a great add to the Discord. Yeah, why was that painting cursed? And like I say this all the time, but the passion of the Souls community is so impressive.
I had no idea, like, for real.
Okay, I appreciate the spoilers tag on that then. I'll find out after I get there. But I am excited for it. Also, why are all the monarchs bigger? There used to be giants, that's right. Monarchs must be related to the giants somehow. I'm getting distracted here, though. Now you tried Dark Souls for a bit, Donnie, and then you ended up moving on to Neo, you said, right?
Yeah, and then very quickly on to Expedition 33.
That's fair. I feel like Expedition 33 is actually a really good introduction to the Souls-like in a way, because it gives you the idea of parrying and timing and dodging without having to worry about the third dimension.
Exactly. Yep. Also a little bit less constant.
Yes.
It's JRPG, like.
Yeah. Okay, so Broken is saying that size is arbitrary and for gameplay, except for people who are actually giants or story-driven moves. Okay, that makes sense. It is a good way to convey power without having to say anything. But yeah, like, I was so confused when somebody said, like, Souls-like JRPG, but it's French.
Right?
Like, on the surface, that sounds like a horrible combination. But man, does it work.
Okay, that's turning out really nice. Let's see. I'll fiddle with things here just to get that real good contrast.
Okay, so yeah, Broken is pointing out some of the size differences within the Bernecki Knights and Bernecki folks in Dark Souls 1. And yeah, it's for storytelling and gameplay. That makes sense.
Kind of cool.
Like, the more I play Souls, like, the more I appreciate how they do their environmental storytelling. Man, that's looking so good already, dude. You gonna be able to make this last 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. Are we already? What time do we start? 6:30 to 8? What time do we usually go to?
We go an hour and a half normally, and we're at 1
Okay.
hour right now.
Gotcha. Perfect. I was like, wait, what time do we do this?
I don't know, Brooke, that I would call it a Souls-like exactly, but it definitely, if you haven't played Souls-like and you want to get a feel for parry and block and dodge mechanics, I think it's a great way to go.
Like, I like that it's not as punishing to repeat, too. Like, that's it for me.
Yeah.
Like there is a challenge to it. There's a learning the rhythms of the fights, but, like, the whole, like, you get shittier as you're shitty at the game. Like, that one hurt in Dark Souls.
I've said it on stream a number of times. Dark Souls 2 is the meanest game I've ever played. Oh, God, yeah. Like, they take out a lot of the real pain points of Souls-likes, like runbacks, in E33. And yes, Donnie, the shading on that is so good already, man.
I'm liking this blue. Like,
Yeah, that's really popping. Runbacks are... My experience in Dark Souls 2 is generally the runback is worse than the boss. Except for that stupid rat. All right, Broken, enjoy your pizza for me, bud.
see you, buddy. Did you end up getting the rat last night?
No, I did not get past the rat. There is a decent chance I might not because it's an optional boss. But I think there's a better chance that I am going to get ready to do the last boss and as powerful as I possibly can. And then do that guy before the last boss because fuck the rat horde.
How you liking the new hammer?
It's taking some learning. I've got to change my equipment up because it breaks very, very fast without the right ring on. And then it's got a much shorter reach than the Great Club. So
Gotcha.
It's a bit of an adjustment, but it also has an AoE on the R2 attack. So
I did see that.
yeah. I'm really glad I didn't hit the level up lady with that when I tried it out.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. You were really close.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until just now, but that would have tanked my run. Oh my god.
What happens if you do?
You can't level up anymore from what I understand.
What?
Yeah, she is the person who you level up through.
That's so wild.
Yeah, that's another one of those Dark Souls 2 is mean mechanics.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for a challenging, difficult game. I'm all for a fair but brutally difficult experience. Like, obviously, I'm doing the Dark Souls on stream. But, like, there's just such a meanness or cruelty in 2. Like, I see why it's some people's favorite, and I see why it's some people's least favorite. Like, I see both sides of it.
Sure.
And I'm going to reserve judgment on whether or not I think it fits into the whole series and is a good Souls-like until I've played the next 2.
I just respect that you stuck through it after Dark Souls 1. Like,
you know, it's fun, and I'm enjoying the lessons in persistence.
yeah. I think it helps too, like the way you're playing it. Like, if I was just sitting in a room alone playing it like I was, it would just be like, this is stupid.
Yeah,
I could play
I've said
something
that
else.
multiple times. Is if I wasn't playing it hanging out with friends, if I wasn't playing it on stream
As a thing with somebody side by side with you. Yeah.
I would not have gotten past. I definitely would have gotten past Ornstein and Smau, and I don't know that I would have gotten there.
Yeah.
But like
That one definitely. Yeah.
but being able to share that victory and that breakthrough was also such a cool experience. Like, one of the reasons that victory is one of my all-time top gaming moments is because I had people with me cheering me on. Like, I got to share that with people who watched me struggle.
That makes sense.
You know, same with the dang smelter demon. That dude just had my number. Like, ugh. I don't know what it was about that boss, but yeah, he just had me dialed. I showed him, though. Back and bonked him.
Giving the old back stretch here.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta stretch it out, man. That's so important, especially, you know, once you're over 30. I was mad at my doctor the other day. Go in there. Almost first thing he says to me, So you're gonna be 40 this year.
Oh, I know. Doesn't that hurt?
And like my doctor's younger than me, so it's just like that extra twist. Yeah, gonna be 40 in not too long.
Yeah. March, right?
Nope. Sooner than that.
Shit. You're the February one.
End of February, yeah.
Okay.
Very close to March, but not quite.
Donnie pierces his nose.
You know what would be rough is having a leap birthday.
I mean, didn't you just accept that your birthday's actually on like March 1st then? Or
I think that's what you would end up having to do, but also it would be kind of fun to be able to say you were only a quarter of your age.
Yeah, I saw something just the other day about like some guy who like made it to 21 finally, and he was like, 80 years old or whatever.
Yep. No, I was close to having a. I don't know if my year was a birth. What you call it?
It turns out you actually are a leap year baby.
That would be
your mom just lied to you. You ever checked your birth certificate?
By a few days. But yeah, I think the worst would be I know for a fact birthdays around Christmas are lame. Like
yeah, we just did.
I've known a couple
niece's
of
birthday
people who've
that's
had
afternoon after Christmas. Like,
yep. I knew a couple of people who had the 26th. My ex had a birthday on the 2nd of the year. It's like nobody wants to go to a party on January 2nd. Like, everybody's super partied out by that point.
Yeah, so then you just roll your birthday into that, but at the same time, it still feels like, I guess if you care about birthdays. I'm not much of a birthday person, but...
Yeah, if you are a birthday person, then, yeah. It does hurt people who care about those things. I stopped caring about birthdays after I hit 30 for a couple of reasons. One, I'd hit 30. And two, nobody showed up to my 30th birthday.
No.
Like, I invited like 15 people, and even my best friend, like 20 minutes before the party, hey Greg, sorry, not gonna be able to make it, bud.
No.
I'm like, okay, I'm done throwing parties. And I've had better birthdays ever since.
Yep. It's just a day.
It is. Like, I thought it would be a fun excuse to have a party and get folks together, and it didn't end up working out. So, what you gonna do?
Make new friends.
Exactly. Make the best damn friends in the world. Or reconnect with the best damn friends.
That's right.
Start building a freaking community of like-minded dorks. Highly recommend building a community if you haven't.
Or joining one by clicking subscribe button.
Exactly. I think I might actually. I don't know. I gotta decide if I want to do Stranger Things or play a game tonight, because I finally started season 5 of Stranger Things.
Oh, you haven't caught up. Okay.
No, I have not caught up. I just finished episode 4 or 5. Like the last episode I watched, Joyce got caught in the tunnels.
Okay. Yeah, dude. Stranger Things. Get caught up.
Okay. Okay. Like, it's so hard to be avoiding spoilers, so that's definitely a motivator, because I don't want it spoiled.
And there's so much out there now.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, it's work to avoid. Like, I don't know. I feel like season 3 was probably peak.
Yeah?
I think so. I think 1 and 2 definitely had the best vibe and the best feel. Like, I think those were the truest to what they were trying to do and the vibe they were trying to evoke.
Okay.
I think 3 did some of the best storytelling.
3 was before they moved to California, right?
Yeah, 4 was
Wherever.
California. And 4 just felt a little disjointed and flat to me. Like, it had some of my favorite moments. Like,
I did love the stupid stoner pizza guy.
oh, Argyle was fantastic. Like, I love Argyle. And Eddie,
Does he just disappear, right? Like,
I haven't seen him at all in the new season.
but like they didn't, like, okay, so like at the end of whatever season he was in, what, I don't remember where he was even. Like, did he stay in California and they stole his van or something?
I think the last time we saw him was when we saw, like, yeah, I don't know where Argyle ended up. I'll have to look into that. I think he probably just went back to California, though. But yeah, Argyle, I know he was a very divisive character, but I thought he was a fantastic ad. Now, see, I liked the first episode with Callie, where she goes to the other city and gets all punked out.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's like
Agreed.
everybody's least favorite episode, but it felt a little weird. It was a different vibe from the rest of the show, but it was also super, super important for Elle's character development, I thought.
Yeah, it definitely gave her that independence. Like,
Yeah, like it gave her that edge and that little bit of rebellion that kind of makes her in the later seasons. So I was a big fan of that episode, if not from an actual quality of episode, from the story it told from a necessary perspective.
yeah, I get that.
But yeah, I think that might come more into play in the coming episodes too, from what I've seen.
So just pushing that blue just a little brighter. Let's see if I can get it to focus here.
Man, that shading work is just so crisp.
So like you can just tell the difference between the two, the leg and arm versus like the head, which I haven't done any on.
Yeah, like he's got muscle definition and there's depth there. It's super cool, dude. Mike is asking, how are you pushing that?
So just layers of blue. So I started with kind of a grayish blue color. And then I did a dark blue wash over it. So it's like a really, really dark color.
And a wash is a thinner paint, right? Like it's designed to kind of seep into spaces.
Yeah, since I can actually put my palette on there, like you can see how.
Oh yeah, that's very liquid compared to your acrylics.
Yeah. So yeah, it seeps into all those reservoirs and deep spots, but this one is actually made with a blue ink, so it's not gonna. It kind of just adds to that depth a little better than just a straight black wash, for example. I was watching a video today from a really good miniature painter. His name's Ninjon is his channel, and he's very, very famous in the community already. But he was talking about how, like, don't ever use blacks or whites in your paints. Instead, focus on, a very bright blue. Don't desaturate or saturate your paints more. So, like, then I worked into, like, a bright blue. Like,
Okay.
and I actually mixed that with the light gray just to kind of get a more mid-tone. And then on the highest points where the light's going to hit the brightest will come in with probably just that straight bright blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Look at us actually talking about painting on the painting show.
And then I did got off stream here.
And hey, he looks like he's using the same club I use.
Fur. Yeah, right? It probably is. It's just the scale of the person using it is different.
But what were you saying on the neck there?
Like the fur, like I've got a little bit of a yellow in the which I used a yellow wash, and then I came back over it with the white, the white tip the fur, getting a little more depth. And then we'll have to push the browns. I did use a speed paint there. I used the leather speed paint, which I've since lost.
It worked,
it's
man.
Still one where you start with the speed paint and then you come back in and solid up colors where you need it, lighten up other places.
That seems to be a good way to do it.
Yeah, everybody bashes speed painting, but it's a tool in the toolbox.
Yeah, if it gets your model painted, then it's a valid way to do it.
Yeah.
I am all about accessibility and letting people create how they want to create. That seems awesome. Mike's getting into painting, and it sounds like, yeah, he's losing his paint bottles too. And I can confirm, I've lost plenty of paint bottles that I just had too.
All right, so forgive my messy desk, but yeah, we're gonna do just the little tour here. So we've got the paint stand here. So these are all speed paints and a couple odds and end type paints. We then have more speed paints from Citadel. And then we have the cart full of acrylic paints that is now all over the floor.
Very cool, dude. Yeah, I never had a dedicated setup for it, so I'm always reaching into the drawer next to me and digging around for brushes and paints and stuff.
Yeah, that makes it so much harder, when the stuff is not at hand, it's easy to be
Yeah, that's definitely, for any crafting, having your tools organized and at hand is a game changer.
Even if the organized is not necessarily organized.
Accessible, and you know where your paints are. Clearly, you just showed us.
Yeah.
And that's what matters, is your setup. Anybody who thinks art can be clean and neat hasn't done art. I have been around artists my entire life, and there is always mess with art. It is part of the process, as far as I'm concerned.
Chaos and creation.
But yeah, I think the most effective setup is the setup you use.
That's valid.
I know at my old place, I had all of my knife sharpening and maintenance tools right on my desk wall, right in front of me. And so it was very easy for me to do sharpening and knife maintenance. And now I think the kid's in the storage unit. And I haven't done knife maintenance in a while.
I need to learn to sharpen.
There are some really fantastic tools out there that take all of the guesswork out of it now, and for about the price of getting a couple of knives sharpened, you can get the tools to sharpen them for the rest of your life. The one I use is the Work Sharp Precision Adjust. And you can get that one down to about 1 degree of specificity. And easy to get on both sides of your knife with it. So that's a really good sharpener that I've got. I don't have my pocket knife service kit with all of my different torques and all of that stuff. Yeah, well, then maybe that's what I'll do on my Donnie Does It cover day. Is I'll just do Greg sharpens shit.
There you go.
Because it's meditative and it can be very relaxing if you let yourself get into it. And I am sure my technique will anger people, but you know what? My knives cut. One of the hardest things I ever had to sharpen was a chisel, because you have to be so precise, and if you're trying to freehand sharpen a chisel, you have to hold the exact same angle over the length of your stone, and it's tough. Also, never ever use like a grinder or anything like that to sharpen anything. You will make your metal soft and ruin it.
That makes sense.
I
heat it up.
Yep. You break the annealing and soften the steel. I cannot tell you how many Hicks and Pulaskis and MacLeods I have seen just destroyed on a grinder.
I am assuming those are types of knives.
No, those are actually all firefighting and trail building tools.
Oh.
Like a pickmatic or a pickaxe is...
okay.
You know that one. And then a Pulaski is it's a firefighting tool. It's got an axe on one side, and then the other side is like the matic cutter from a pickmatic, but a little shorter.
I'm not 100% sure, and I'm pretty sure Amy will jump in here, but I'm sure pretty sure Pulaski is the first medical officer on Star Trek.
One of them briefly, and a fan least favorite. Yeah, I did not like Pulaski. She was a replacement for Crusher for about a season, if I remember right.
Yep. Unpopular opinion, preferred her.
Wow. I've never met anybody who preferred Pulaski to Crusher.
She was a much more real character.
I will give you that. I will give you she was a much more real character, but Crusher had much better chemistry with the entire cast. But no,
which is I think kind of why I liked her in the story, was like she wasn't just the like, oh, we're all family and happy here on the fantastic Starship Enterprise.
That's fair. You know what I think it is? She would have fit better in a DS9 setting than a TNG setting.
Agreed.
Like she was a DS9 level of real and nuanced in a TNG flat. I love TNG, but it's definitely a little shiny happy people. But yeah, she would have been perfect, I think, in DS9 because she was that complex and real. But yeah, a Pulaski is a firefighting tool, and then a MacLeod is also a firefighting tool, and that is basically, it's a big flat sheet of metal, and one side has like 1-inch wide tines on it, about 5 of them. Depends on the model.
Okay.
And then the other side is about a 1-foot-long blade, and it's a really effective tool for quickly cutting and moving top layer of soil and your organics so that you can create a fire line or trail, because it's a very similar approach to the work. Think about it, a fire break is nothing more than an unplanned trail.
Makes sense.
I had my red card a couple of times, but I never got a chance to go out on a fire. Which, I mean,
that's surprising, to be honest, in California.
I didn't have it in California. They didn't want us to have our red cards for insurance reasons at the agency I was at, because they didn't want to have to send us to fires or to pay insurance if we were on fires, was the actual reason. Like, yeah, so I didn't when I worked in California, but when I worked in Colorado, I had it 2 different times, once with my first trail job and then years later with a city trail job. And the one time one of my crews actually got called out to a fire, a little brush fire, I was 2 states away.
Like, not fair, I'm coming.
But one thing I did use my red card for, that I had to have it for, was pile burns in the middle of winter. And that is a long day, because you have to wait until there's at least 3 inches of snow on the ground and specific wind conditions. And so it's one of those things where you got to go as soon as you get the green light to go. And you go out there, ass crack of dawn, you're hauling a bunch of Duraflame logs and propane tanks and flamethrowers up a hill to a place where you've got like 50 or 60 slash piles. And then you have to go around. It's cold as hell. And you're getting all these fires prepped, putting the Duraflames in and getting them started. And then for most of the day, you've got like 50 roaring fires that you're watching. And you're just doing marshmallows and hot dogs. And then as soon as the sun starts to go down, the fires also start to go down. And you're freezing again because you've been soaked all day in, freshly melted snow. And the fires aren't putting off nearly as much heat, and you're freezing your balls off. And yeah, I love pile burns.
So when I first moved from Colorado to Michigan, and I drove by somebody burning their leaves in their yard, I was like, what are they doing?
Yeah, coming from Colorado, I can't even imagine. The 2 places I've lived are so fire prone that's just wait, what? People do that? They do ditch burns in Colorado still, but I actually stopped one from getting out of hand once. I was going to a movie, and somebody had left a ditch burn unattended, and it had jumped the bank. And it was starting to spread into their field. And so I pulled in front of it, and I got my boots on, and I stomped it out and stuff, because it was only a couple inches high. It was a grass fire. I stomped it out.
But it doesn't take much.
Yeah, thank God it was a calm day, And then I called it into the fire department, hey, somebody's got a ditch burn out here, and there's nobody watching it. It just jumped the bank. And oh, we'll get someone out there right away. Thank you.
You're like, why weren't they here already?
Yeah. Yeah. Irresponsible landowner, lit it and left.
Yep.
Ditch burns could be fun if you like fire. But otherwise, they are...
Let it burn. Let it burn.
They are boring. You're walking along and putting out little tiny things, if that.
Well, everybody, we are getting to that point. I am at a point where I'm happy with what I've accomplished today.
Dude, that looks so good for an hour and a half of work.
Very fun. Good to get back to, even if I have been painting a lot, it's just always so nice once a week to make sure do a little.
Yeah. Chill out and just vibe paint.
Yep. Well, everybody, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join us on Sunday for Rave Reviews. We'll be back with Cyberpunk on Monday, which we are super excited about. So hopefully you all are too. And yeah, we just look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Can't
everybody.
wait, guys. We'll catch you on the flip side.